Certainly.
Thank you.
And you guys take off, and where would you like to go to? It appears that your investigation has come to a complete dead end. And for some reason, you keep smelling coffee and bananas as you're driving to wherever. Who's driving, by the way?
So can we go get some coffees and muffins and banana muffins? I don't know why, but I've got some craving for them at the moment. Not me. I'm not driving.
It looks like the Glenn is driving and driving really well.
So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on next?
Well, we have the other two guards that didn't end up dead from when the robbery took place.
Yes.
As far as your idea about why take this ancient map, I like the thought of there being something on the backside rather than a river changed slightly.
That's where they write down where the treasure was. Wanna check out the dead guy's residence?
Just to cover it off.
We see
the only other thing I was thinking of is we go hit the history books and see what was happening in Virginia around the time of the map, just to get see if there's anything that might give us an indication why someone would want the map.
Everybody can try to make at a quarter a spot hidden and a memory. Both of those at a quarter. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm giving a roll because crazy shit has happened in the past.
No.
It just shows you're sitting there going, did I leave the gas on? Gas is used to create banana muffins. I can he's kind of like gone into this banana muffin and hot coffee phase. And
I know what my problem is. I don't have my pipe.
Oh, that's what we forgot. Yeah, nope, big nope.
Cool. Where would you guys like to go first? Apparently, Holmes cannot think without his pipe and a nice hot cup of coffee and a banana muffin. Just imagine blacking out for a day, and when you come out of it, you realize you've taken up pipe smoking. Just imagine.
Or you've become a vegan and
thrown out all the fucking meat that was in your...
That's right. You've gone through your chest freezer and completely emptied it.
Militant veganism.
Wow.
And suddenly your house is full of lentils and beans.
We get a history roll about that era.
Sure. Well, yeah, you guys can go ahead and do that.
Wow. I'm glad they're coming out now.
Yeah.
You don't know. Apparently, it was some sort of American history thing.
American history.
Research.
So,
are we going to the library?
Wasn't that where Vault 76 is in West Virginia? In the Appalachians?
West Virginia isn't very close to
Virginia,
James County. We're looking at near the coast, and
well, in order to do any research, you are going to probably need to go to somewhere to do the research. I mean, your car's not, unless you want to call up a license plate on another car, or maybe find out if somebody has a criminal record. Your car is not a great place for research.
We shall go to the university.
University, sure.
All right, you guys head over to the university.
They'll have a better history than the public library, I'm assuming.
I hope so.
And there's history professors we can badger.
True. No problem. You guys head over there. Everybody give me a research roll. What was going on in 1794?
Or a bit around the late 1700s, because it's not necessarily going to be that exact year.
I want to look up not what was going on then, but if there are any new journals or studies currently about that time.
That's nice thinking.
I like it. I'm giving her a card and go ahead and do your research. Let's see. What the other two found out.
I have.
Okay, what the other two found out is George Washington was president, and they just ended off that was the last year of the Whiskey Rebellion, where they put, by today's standards, a very minor tax on distilled spirits, and the United States lost its fucking mind and started burning shit down everywhere. They just fucking freaked out, and they had to put a lot of fucking troops onto this, like many regular units and shit like that, against hundreds of fucking people just losing their shit because they weren't really into the whole getting taxed for anything, and so they absolutely lost their minds. As far as new stuff, not really, but since you made your role really well, you do kind of get onto one of those happy little accidents of research where you kind of get you find a different interesting lead and go for that. This map itself, you discover, was one plate from a book entitled Smythe's Virginia. It was drawn by some guy named Edward Smythe, and here's a weird bit about maps and atlases and shit. For a while, the atlas was in high demand because he drew super accurate maps and shit. But then they had this thing where people would disassemble the atlas and sell the maps separately, right? And then today, it's gone full circle, and people are paying money to buy these things, and they reassemble the atlas, and that's worth even bigger money. Like a fully assembled atlas can be worth a few million and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, several $1 million. And then there's apparently online bidding and weird shit like that for these kind of maps and stuff like that. It's a baffling thing. But and when I say disassembled, I don't mean somebody just used a knife. I'm talking they carefully removed it from the original books, and now they're carefully putting it back in the original books because people are fucking insane. So,
what was the book called?
Smythe's Virginia.
All right. Well, I want to look on I'll fill those guys in. And
they look impressed as they are discussing how many people died because of a relatively minor alcohol tax.
Very interesting. Well, since this was supposedly the only known copy of that map.
Well, yeah.
Of this part. So let's see who's been buying the other parts of the book.
Exactly. Or who's been trying to put the book together, because yes.
No problem. How would you like to find out about the online bidding?
Pretend to be a bidder.
Well, you go online, give me a computer roll. They have computers you can use here at the university because they are awesome. Until you set fire to it. Now, you don't know what the deal is, but
yikes!
Turn on.
Right. Her computer just it goes into some sort of weird thing, and then the screen turns blue, and it gives a lot of weird shit on there. And Glenn's going,
no.
And right,
am I able to play a card of reduce minimal to reduce the damage on the computer?
Unfortunately, no. Fortunately, the librarians haven't noticed this. Like, one of them's holding up a little dog sweater, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's so lovely!" And they're just having their little discussion group over there about this fucking dog sweater, and they completely ignoring what's going on. and the students in the area, they're like, sitting there. One of them is like holding up like a live rat, and the other ones are like, "Oh, that's so dear," you know. And everybody's busy with something else, and that's over there going, shaking the monitor like this will help. And Dana's like, "Okay," and it's at this point McKay realizes it may all come down to him being able to turn on a computer. Otherwise, they may destroy the entire computer thing, and nobody will know how it happened.
Yeah, we should go now.
You guys just want to fucking burn down the library on the way out, or what?
Let's go talk to some rare book dealers.
Glenn's got a monitor and he's shaking it like a fucking English nanny shakes a baby right now.
Put it down. Put it down.
Let's walk away.
Seeing a petite, good-looking Asian woman shaking a monitor is something that people here wish they could see. But
I will trade you a card, Glenn.
Because this is back in the days of those big fucking heavy monitors and shit that take up most of your desk.
Thank you.
So you guys are going where?
Rare bookstores to talk to them.
All right, no problem. You guys
If we
go
can't do it, we'll go talk to the people that do it.
I drew a helpful librarian.
Oh my! That may keep you from having to flee this place to go to a different place. But that doesn't help turn on the computer, does it?
Damn.
Maybe
it
they
helps
can.
with a failed library use roll. A failed research roll.
Cool. Well, there you go. I mean, there's other libraries you could go to if you want, but you'll never be able to turn on the computer because, you know, you're from the days when flappers were still a thing. And she apparently doesn't like computers, and he doesn't know how to use them right now. So, yeah.
Let's go to a different computer place.
Well, there are other computers here that you haven't destroyed yet.
Yeah, let's not sit right next to these.
No, but I mean, move down, like, you know, you go to a different row and
yeah, we don't know what happened over there.
One. Sure, go ahead and give me one last try, the old college try.
Right. We're on by half.
Oh my God, this one, it was just all the computers.
Those were terrible computers over there. What was wrong with those?
Exactly. They were possessed by evil. No. Okay, so the computers are on. You guys begin. Now is the time for the research rolls. Now that you've gotten the computers on, now you may actually end up using the
helpful librarian.
Right.
or
Glenn goes, right, and some guy named Austin Kornblatt, who has been bidding hard for, what a fucking name. His parents fucking hated him.
Austin what? Kornblatt.
Hold on, I'll copy paste it. You're going to love this name. It's the kind of name that you give a kid when you want him to learn to fight.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Kornblatt.
Kornblatt.
Yeah. He has been, he is the name that is head and shoulders above the rest for bidding on this Smythe's Virginia stuff.
All right, let's look into this Austin Kornblatt.
No problem. He doesn't really have much of an online presence aside from his bidding thing. I mean, when you go back to your police car, you can figure out if he's got a criminal record and whichever address is registered to him or whatever, but abusing your cop powers a bit because you like it.
How many, I want from my past look at the computer, how many pieces of this Smith's Virginia are there, and how many have been recently bought? What are the ones that are still out there to dangle?
There's a lot. There was like over 100 pages in this book, so there are many still out there. But yeah, he's been in the last couple of months. Nobody tells about how many do I need or anything like that. But in the last couple of months, he's been strangely silent. But Glenn discovered rather quickly, like he normally goes to these message boards and bids on old maps. Maybe he's feeling nostalgic for his old time period. He's been strangely out of the bidding loop for a couple of months, like suspiciously so.
But there still seems to be just as much traffic for the
minor pieces. Yeah, there's some maps that are less popular. It's like Pokemon trading cards or some shit like that. Yeah, except that with old-timey maps and 5 figures or more.
Who was so Cornblatt has been the most successful 2 months.
Nobody else's name stands out at all.
Okay. No extreme competitor.
Now, he was voraciously going at the shit until about 2 months ago, and then it's just suddenly stopped. Like maybe he was just one map shy and went to other means to fill out his collection. Who knows?
I want to find out who would be his buyer. So I don't know what that would even.
It might be something you'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
Does was put online, but I wonder. Something with the maps online, they don't actually say where the maps are, do they? They're just images of them online, so you wouldn't know from knowing it's online.
Oh, you mean from the library collection?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're like, these are the maps we have. You can come down and look at them.
Yeah, no. What I mean is, but it doesn't say you can find this map in drawer 15J.
No, they actually do tell.
They do that online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really helpful library.
No, it's just if they didn't have that, I was thinking that we might be able to track down who visited, because they would have had to go to the library to find out which drawer.
No, the library wants people to come and steal their shit is the only thing they can figure out. Yeah. Of course, finding a buyer for this. Actually, everybody give me a Streetwise roll to know about the shady underworld of art, because Logan watched fucking an hour plus of YouTube videos about this shit because the PCs were like, we should steal art. I'm like, okay, cool. Glenn knows all about it. And fucking McKay is like, I've always wanted to be art, but Dana's like, stealing is wrong. So anyway, right. You two know that the biggest problem is that unless somebody says, I want you to go steal this for me, literally, if you had like the Mona Lisa, you might get 20 grand for it. Maybe it's worth a hell of a lot more than that. The problem is that unless you've got a buyer already set up, your fence would give you pennies on the dollar, if that.
Mm-hmm.
The resale value is just so shit. You'd be better off stealing like diamonds, gold. Well, not diamonds today because they fucking put numbers on them, the serial numbers on them now. Yeah, like precious metals or something like that. You do much better moving that kind of shit. Or cash is king. Cash is always king. Unfortunately, it's heavy as shit. So,
yeah. We could go talk to some rare bookstores to see.
That'd be looking for a needle in a fucking field of needles.
All right. If this guy's going around buying stuff, they may have heard of him.
There's in Chicago. There's there's probably like half a dozen rare bookstores, and then there's lots of ones that may have a couple of things, and even more since it's online stuff now that you might be able to get shit from and all that stuff.
All right.
So you got too many choices. I mean, you could spend a day or two just driving around going, hello, I'm looking for illegal things. And they go, yes.
I would like to, before we get too many hours away from the incident, I would like to put a button on the 2 other guards and just see if they notice something that they did not tell their boss.
Yep, just to cross it off.
Put a button on? You mean go and visit, or are you talking? What kind of button are you referring to here?
To go and visit.
Button it up.
I see. Button it up. Okay, I got it. Okay. She's using fancy stuff on me. I don't understand. No problem. Yeah, you guys, it'll be about 4 or 5 p.m. by the time you're done going to visit these 2 people who live in fairly disparate locations and stuff. But you go and question them. Pretty much, these guys are the kind of people that would be happy working at a really dull security job for over a decade. They've got families and stuff like that, and it's amazing because one of the guys, he's always gone at night when he's working, and his wife works during the daytime. And apparently they communicate by note, but they've got some children, and you're thinking that there may have been some very persuasive note writing that actually caused the children to spawn somehow. And it's baffling, but he's had 25 years of happy marriage. Apparently, he fixes her breakfast and leaves it in the oven for her, and she fixes him dinner and leaves it in the oven for him. And that's apparently their interaction. So they seem happy. Well, the one that's here, which is the guy who you barely managed to catch, before he goes off to work. Weird. But yeah, you're thinking that you've definitely put a button on it. These guys, they don't seem to have the imagination to steal this stuff or any idea of what to do with it if they got it. They're much more happy to maintain a pretty cushy job indefinitely.
Why weren't they in the computer room? What happened that night? What suspicious things did you see?
They claimed to be in the computer room. You're thinking that they had gone out on a food run because they both kept looking at food when they were describing how they were in the computer room, didn't hear anything. So you're thinking that there's some fuckery that goes on there. It's too cushy a job and they have too little oversight.
You're not cooperating very well.
No, they're sticking with their, we have no idea what's going on. We were in the computer room all night. We, did our rounds, didn't find the other guy, and Ghost took him. Unless you guys tell them that Ghost didn't take him, that you found his corpse, they have no idea, and they go with the Ghost took him story, because to them it sounds completely reasonable, and judging by the kind of books that they read, a lot of Stephen King type stuff, yeah, they're probably believing it.
Do you follow the same routine every shift, and how long you're running off to grab a burger?
We never leave the building at all. Mm-mm. No.
But do you follow the same pattern?
Well, no, we always, now they're into fantasy land, they're trying to come up with something that sounds good. We always vary our routine at a random amount in order to
why?
Because that way nobody knows our routine, not even us.
Okay.
You guys are thinking that these guys have followed the same routine for fucking over a decade and they're not planning on changing it, period.
So no limiting time amounts of when it happened. All right.
You have no idea what's wrong with it. But security things may tighten up now that a fucking corpse was found. that may jostle them a bit, but you're guessing within a year or two at the most, they'll be back to their normal thing. They'll break in the new guy. He'll be told, okay, you guard this, we'll go get you your hamburger. Hamburger, or whatever they do. Yeah, these guys are not the kind of people who go to a strip club. You're thinking food.
All right. Well, seems like they're buttoned.
Yeah, these are not real interesting people. They're just pretty much gliding through the twilight years of their lives, making a certain amount of money, happy with that, not wanting any changes, not wanting any boats rocked or anything. Just glide on until they fall off the edge of the cliff and they're happy.
All right. Well, we leave them be.
Okay. They look relieved.
See if Austin Kornblatt is in the system.
Yeah.
You look. He once, 3.5 years ago, had a parking ticket. He parked in front of a post office. Apparently, he didn't read the fucking sign that even when the post office is closed and won't open for several hours, you only got 15 minutes of parking there. And by God, he got nailed with a ticket. He tried fighting it in court, but they still gave him the ticket. That probably doubled his car insurance rates because they're looking for any excuse they can. Other than that, he's completely clean. You've got an address. You don't know if it's right. His picture, he's got a mustache, black hair. Rather average looking, not too special looking.
So a vehicle registered?
Yep. You've got all that shit. Address, vehicle, everything.
Is it local?
Yep.
We go pay him a visit.
No problem. You guys actually find him sitting on a park bench near where he lives, just hanging out, doing shit. He's in the lower left there. He's just enjoying the early evening air. You guys descend upon him like vultures.
Is there a photograph?
Yeah, lower left.
It's the suspicious looking guy, the lower left.
Oh yeah, he looks fucking suspicious.
Scrolling. Oh, there we go.
Mr. Kornblatt.
Yeah, he says. Who are you?
I flash my ID.
She said she was 18.
Yikes.
Yeah, okay.
My life is over.
We're not here about that.
Oh,
tell us
God.
about...
If you help us with this other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
So, tell us about Smythe, Virginia.
Huh? I haven't been into that for a couple months. I sold my partially completed copy of it and got out of the hobby a couple months ago. I was contracted by a law firm, Blatt and Thal, no relation. They bought it.
Blatt and Thal? How do you spell that? Sorry.
Yep. He spells it for you. What a fucking law firm name. Both of those last names are the kind that people would marry to get out of.
And they had hired you to assemble this book? Or they had made you an offer they came to you offering to buy it off you?
Yes.
Were they concerned that it wasn't complete?
No. Why? Am I going to be made to go and complete it now? I gave them the book in good faith. Good faith. Grabs your coat. Good faith.
Has anybody else approached you about the book?
No. Will somebody? Should I have waited? They offered a good amount of money. Should I have waited? Oh, God.
Well, the fact that it would need, if it was complete, it would be worth so much more.
Yes.
Had you attempted to...
Just lost interest in the hobby after a while.
Okay.
I mean, some of the maps you just can't find.
How close were you to completing it?
I had 15 maps left to go.
Okay.
Empathy?
Sure. He seems super nervous and wants you to leave.
So you're expecting her to turn up?
Huh? Who?
You thought she was 18.
Oh, God.
Can we have a list of the 15 maps that you were not able to?
He says, do you have a pen and paper?
I
Yes.
do.
He quickly fucking scrawls down a bunch of stuff and hands it to you.
Thank you. Was there anybody else that was showing interest in this?
Yes, whoever Blatten Thrall was representing is my guess. I don't know who that is, though. They bought it through a law firm. That tells me that they were keeping their name out of it for whatever reason. I don't know.
Who is your contact through the law firm? Who contacted you?
It was somebody named Taverner, Sharon Taverner. He borrows your notebook again and writes down the name because everybody likes spelling.
Mm-hmm.
You see a obviously underage girl approaching. He goes, she heads off somewhere else. So, officers, do you need anything else? He says loudly, too loudly.
Did Taverner contact you on the phone or email? How were you?
I was contacted through the auction site they used to use. He names the same one Glenn found because Glenn spends most of his fucking free time going, back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy maps and drinking and shit and looking at the computer screen. I remember when the maps all looked like these here, not these other fancy ones. God, I hate computers. I'm going to shake this screen when I get done drinking. That's my guess anyway. It might not go down exactly like that, but.
Have you ever been to the museum?
You mean the Natural History Museum? He says, naming a completely different museum that's the biggest one in Chicago. Well, I was thinking about going sometime.
You never said the name of the museum in the beginning. Did I spot it somewhere?
Map Museum is fine for that. Now he doesn't know it exists. Apparently, he thinks you're talking about the one with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, no, the Map Museum, not the Field Museum.
Oh, no. I didn't know that there was a map museum here. Cut to the Field Museum. It shows a necromancer walking in, looking at the T-Rex and going,
Oh, they had one of the maps you were looking for there.
rats, he says. I could have gotten a little bit more money. Well, do they sell the maps?
No.
I would never do anything illegal. He looks around wild-eyed. No sign of the girl. She's definitely fucked off. She smelled trouble and took off.
All right. Don't leave town.
I won't. I live here.
Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Cornblash.
Oh, he says.
Good day, sir. I turn on my heel and walk away.
Right. You guys leave. It's definitely dark out now. You're at your, it's probably about 7 p.m. Getting hungry, tired, glad from driving around.
Grab some hot dogs and look up Blattenthal.
You just see as you two are eating hot dogs, you just see Dana just sitting there staring at you, as though you've just like done horrible things.
You want to eat my relish?
No.
Oh.
We can go somewhere. We can go somewhere and get some food for you as well. You know.
I'm off food right now.
You're off food. Okay.
I cannot. I'm not hungry after watching you guys eat that. Maybe in a few hours.
Well, it solves that problem.
It just really rolls me. I just sit there and giggle at you.
Look up Blattenthal.
No problem. They've got law office here in town. It's in the we have skyscrapers area of Chicago. I'm sure there's a fancy name for it. I just call it the we got skyscrapers area.
It's the Loop.
There you go. Yeah, they've got the skyscrapers area, and then the Lakeshore Drive for the rich people, and then the ghetto for pretty much the rest, I think. So, although they like to assign a different direction, South Side, East Side. Well, the East Side is mostly water, so the Dagon worshippers live there, I guess, and West Side, and the North Side is, I think it's fancy, isn't it? Isn't North Side Chicago part of the fancy shit? Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
So, yeah. Right. Yeah. If you go long enough, you get to Wisconsin. And then you're in the land of people who wear cheese on their head. Yeah, big wedge of cheese, which is unfortunately also made from animal matter, so nothing there for Dana.
Let's check in with the coroner for fun.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That take a card for that. You guys go check in. No surprises. Nothing to add to your investigation. It looks like he was just strangled the shit out of with essentially a garrote. It was not, the only thing that the coroner can tell you is, in his opinion, it was not a professional garrote. It was an amateur garrote, because a professional garrote loops completely around the neck, so it leaves something on the back, as opposed to an amateur garrote that you just grab a piece of wire and force it against somebody's throat and strangle shit out.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoever did it, though, pretty strong, good upper body strength. Also, they were careful not to go messy, because sometimes, have you ever seen those wire saws?
Yep.
Some people in Chicago use wire saws, which are more to send a very strongly worded message than to just simply kill somebody, because finding somebody's head halfway off always gives leaves a lasting impression. I learned about that when I was about 14 years old.
Huh.
Yeah, my education was interesting. So, that reminds me that Ralph's kid's 14 years old. He'll get to learn about that too. Good. I'm passing on the lineage.
Go process the dead guy's residence.
No problem. He has absolutely nothing interesting there. That does take you up to about 9 p.m., 10 p.m. You guys are exhausted.
Does he live alone, and does he have a computer?
Yes, and yes, it's definitely this guy's been a bachelor too long. You know what older men get like when they're bachelors too long? They go crazy. But yeah, it's comfortable. It's not nearly as destroyed, messy, or horrible as you thought. Unfortunately, he wasn't a vegetarian or vegan or any kind of. So yeah, he's got a computer that you guys can
smash.
Right.
Excellent.
Lots of bookmarks and shit on it.
I bet I'm finding some baby carrots in this refrigerator.
Quick AFK for Logan. I'll be right back. I got her bio.
To get his phone records.
Phone and financial.
Yeah, no worries. He has nothing interesting. He is normal. Be right back.
Yeah, I suspected that was the case, but cross it off.
As you prepare to smash the objects of some poor dead guy.
Yeah. Sorry, it is what it is. Is he about Nigel's size?
Well, unfortunately to yourself, you still look like yourself. You don't even change size.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm just going to try. I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to try on his clothes to see if they fit.
It'd be like you dressing in my clothes just to give a size comparison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so there's plenty of clothes, but one shirt it makes like if you were to wear one of his shirts and then put a belt on it, then it would look like some sort of.
I cannot hear you, so maybe you can hear me. Let me try something over here.
Can you hear me?
That I pressed.
Hello.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, buttons.
I see what I did. There we go.
Cool. Yeah, you could make a toga out of his shirt. Just put a belt on it. It'd be all right.
Does she have laundry machines?
Yes. America.
Guys, are we planning on being here for a while?
Where are we?
We're in Gerald's apartment.
Yeah, you live here now, apparently.
Yeah.
We have our own places, presumably.
With people who know Nigel.
Mm-hmm. Don't you want to go home to your husband, do you, Glenn?
Big card beat. That's just a visual there, especially if it's like an anniversary or Other times they're frisky. Yeah. Better hope she's a lesbian or it's going to get awkward.
Check my phone.
Yeah, see if there's a home.
Oh, yeah, there's pictures of some dude you don't know with some good-looking Asian lady and stuff. Yeah.
All right. We'll stay here.
Mine. I want to, if there is a home in there or like honey bunches or some sort of entry.
You have a lot of different lady pictures in the phone.
Okay. Then but you might, for the courtesy of the bodies were inhabited, might want to send a text saying, won't be home tonight, working late or something.
Meh.
It'll be more difficult if there's a missing persons report on you.
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
Super callous.
Mm-hmm. I am not going to send a message to all of my ladies.
That'd be kind of funny if you did.
That might defeat the purpose of trying to help out.
Unfortunately.
You're with her, I know it.
I was going to say at around midnight to 2 a.m., you start getting booty calls.
I'm just going to ignore those.
Netflix on and all that kind of, just like apricot emoji. And you're like, really?
I'm tempted, and I probably will, to respond cryptically, like in no way enticing. Just like I don't know what this emoji would mean, you know. I find just like a Russian flag. I've done that. Make that with what you will. Starting a new thing.
Yeah. The text stop after that. And then messages starting like, are you okay? Is Russia after you? Weird shit. So.
Sounds like we're spending the night here.
It really does. Fortunately, there's enough miscellaneous furniture to sleep on. There's even a bed.
Get cleaned up, wash our clothes, all that stuff.
No problem. He's got a dryer and shit. You guys just sit there. It just shows you guys taking one at a time to go in. Or you're all sitting around in your underwear watching the fucking drying machine go.
I'm
That'd be a hell of a group scene.
Damaged flavor in case anybody wants it. I don't think it'll be useful with this mission, but
lemon
not
flavor?
the way we'll play. We'll get killed long before
Damage
that.
Flavor.
Sheila, discard some of your extra cards. You've been getting too many. No, I don't know where they come from either. Yes, I suspect, Scott. No, I don't know what to do about it. Yes, you can hit him if you want.
Does anyone want a stat rearrange?
no.
I might. Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm taking that off the table. I need to move my learn up.
No rest.
I like that all the skills are important, or stats are important. It's different in the old days with the dump stat. Why, yes, I'm a ugly midget. What of it? God damn it. Anyway, so cut to morning. You guys all get like a notification that there's been a murder, and it has something to do with like some sort of art store. So maybe it's related. They don't know.
All right. Let's go check it out.
Oh. Before we forget, I wanted to put on the agenda get the dead guy's phone records and possibly dig into the past of Raphael Winthrop, the guy at the museum. But I'll do this other thing first.
No problem. You guys go down there. They have a bunch of patrolmen there guarding the place. And they show you on in. There's a dead guy, and you see Pete go and put a number 2 next to something.
We glove and suit up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Have you got pictures for us?
You got the forensics kit, Nigel?
Right here.
There they are. The shop is called the Atlantic Wall, which is kind of an odd name. The owner of the store is Stuart Zupko. According to the information, he was a cartography student who got his first burglary conviction about a decade ago. Unfortunately, he seems to be dead. And interesting stuff. Here you find all the maps from the library, including the Bray map. The Bray map is the only one that's been laid out. There's no signs of a break-in. Zupko's body is close to the map. The map is like opened up. It's like, imagine you got a table and then you put nice velvet or like velvet, crushed velvet, whatever the fuck it is, over it, and then you put the map open over that. He's laying dead next to it. And how the fuck did he die? Hold on a second.
This looks like a stab or a shot to the chest.
Shot to the chest. Thank you very much.
By the assumably blood stain on his shirt there.
I'm gonna take a card peek. Chest. And right, looking at the map, everybody try map lore, forgery, and history rolls.
Look at the back of it.
Yes.
Immediately looks at the back, nothing on the back.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that pet theory though.
It was either map lore. Was
Well,
map lore forgery?
Map lore, history, forgery.
Map lore.
Okay. 2 of those are write-ins, correct?
Yep.
Map lore. Hmm.
You might get one of these skills. I don't know.
Forgery. No, that's a writing.
I figure there's 9 different skills being tried. Somebody might get something.
And forgery.
And
No.
Or not.
Okay, forgery is a fumble.
Oh yeah.
And
You think
map
you may be the
lore.
flipper.
Map lore is a success.
Hey.
and
You
what
get
was
check
the
and
last-
learn and a
History.
brand new skill because there you go.
History.
Apparently Dana saves the day.
Repeat.
She is confident that this is not the Bray map. Maps like that were printed, they were engraved on copper plates and then printed on a press. In other words, you could feel the wrinkles
Okay.
and shit.
Yep. Is a forgery, you think?
Yes.
She thinks that it's very possible somebody washed off a different image on really old paper and then printed it onto it to make a forgery. But that would require testing to figure out shit.
All right. What was this gentleman's name? Did we get?
Zupko. Hold on, I'll copy paste it.
Danny Zuko.
Unfortunately, no. There's his name. And here's the name of the art store.
Atlantic something or other?
There you go.
The Atlantic Wall.
Which is a weird name.
Hmm.
All right, Stuart Zuko is the proprietor of this building, and he has a forgery history.
No, he has, according to his police records, burglary conviction about a decade ago. After that, nothing.
You said he worked here?
Apparently, he owns the place.
Huh.
Okay. I suppose we see.
But
contents.
you did recover all the stolen maps and one forgery of a map.
So the question is, has it been swapped out?
So all of the other ones of the book are here also?
Not of the book. The other maps that were stolen from the original crime scene, and your map lore roll tells you that those are probably the real deal that were stolen. You're not sure why they were stolen, but
So they had this guy steal them. They killed him, and they took the one they wanted, put the forgery here to cover their tracks. Let's process the scene.
Mm-hmm.
no problem. You don't find any other clues here.
All right.
Weird and frustrating.
I guess we need to talk to Blatt and Fall next about.
Does he have telephone here? Cell phone? Email that we can get into?
Yeah, you've processed everything, and he doesn't have any incriminating stuff.
All right.
Yes, it's irritating.
Time to climb into another dumpster.
I like it.
You're hoping to find day-old vegetables or something that have been thrown out that you can use for lunch.
You are ravenously
What's it called?
hungry.
I think there's a phrase. Oh,
There
my
is.
goodness.
There is.
Freegan, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
that sounds
Where
right.
they eat out of dumpsters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where it's like you can't even pick food. Like it's like you have to have no part in even.
Yeah,
Be
you
that
basically
much.
scavenge the disposed food because so much food gets disposed that gets wasted. That,
Yeah, I think that they die often. Like,
it's strange that.
Darwin, yay.
Yep.
Eating food out of dumpster. When does that get good?
So more ideas for when I
Lose your mind?
lower myself.
Fair enough. It's good and Sandy. God damn, it's like, where's she at? And she's dumpster.
I'm being a raccoon now. I'm just a raccoon.
She's fighting the raccoon for that.
I was just imagining her in raccoon makeup and shit in the dumpster in the back. And Pete's like shining a flashlight. She's like, wow, that'd be a great insanity, actually. The first one's eating out of dumpster. Next one is furry raccoon.
I am one with nature.
That's an insanity there. I just see the RPCs wrestling you out of your dumpster. Get back in a car. And you're like,
Yes. Well, when we get to that point, which we probably will, I'm ready.
cool. Yeah, these bodies are pretty clinical, so I haven't had anybody go, oh, I'm shocked at the human death and shit. I mean, if somebody starts opening them up and removing shit, we'll start making some sandy rolls. But like, oh, I have the small artistic spot of blood on me. Yeah, you're like,
all right.
Be worse. Hung out with the woman with no name before. That was a fucking education. Yeah, you are ravenously hungry, Dana. Your body is starting to eat itself.
We can stop off somewhere so you can get some food if you want.
Well, I ate some baby carrots.
Did you want to go to an Indian restaurant or something? Or
Let's I don't know. Does this guy have a lunch somewhere? I'm already starting my raccoon phase. He's got a bag of pickles.
You guys drag her off to an Indian restaurant. You get her fed. She calms down a bit after that. Yeah. India is the easiest restaurant in the world to be fucking vegan at. It's like,
yep, that's why I suggested it.
I have insane religious beliefs. We can cater to that, they tell you. Cool.